everyone, how are you? David Franco here from davidfranco.com. It is February 21st, 2014, and it is time for a very long overdue tour of my office. Let's just jump right into it. So starting outside my office, this is basically the view you see from the living room, and I currently have a space heater right down there because it's a little chilly in South Jersey lately, so it doesn't hurt to have that thing going during the day. And plus it saves on oil since I live in an old house and it uses an old-fashioned oil heater. But that's not the point of this video. So let's step into the office, boom, in real time, and let's begin the tour. In the right corner over here, we don't really have anything too exciting going on, except on the bottom, we have my MacBook Pro in this backpack that I've had since the days of my PowerBook G4 back in 2004 when I got my first Mac on September 21st. There you go. There's a date for those who were wondering what 9/21 means. You just found out. Down here is my camcorder bag and my larger camera bag that holds my Canon T4i as well as my Panasonic HTC SD600K, which I'm holding right now, as well as maybe a lens or two if I can fit them, along with the camcorder and my T4i. Going up here, let's get this over with real quick because there's a lot to go through, although I'm not going to go through every single item. But in a future video, I might if you guys request it. But starting on the right side, there's my PS4 box, a Super Mario Sunshine little star. Actually, that's not even sunshine, just a star in general. These Tetris pieces keep moving from all the insane bass in my living room, which is kind of funny. That just shows how loud I like my video games and my movies and my music. I just love a lot of bass. Down here is my little camera section, which will be moving soon because, in my opinion, it's just a waste of real estate. There's no need for all these boxes. I just put them in the basement. And this is actually for my GoPro. I just kind of put this there temporarily. It doesn't stay here, but hey, it's whatever. On the right side, we have a Chrono Ball and Angry Birds pig, or Angry Pigs if you want to call it that, because that's technically the pig. A Dunder Mifflin ball because I am a huge fan of The Office. An official Apple mug for my friend Melanie because she knows someone who works for Apple, so that is really cool. Unfortunately, mine broke. The lid kind of fell apart one day. I'm not sure how. So for now, it's kind of just decoration, which is fine by me because I think it looks great on the shelf. A little Santaland pin from Macy's in New York City a couple years ago, actually in 2011. Yeah, 2011. And a Hershey's bar that I got made on my birthday, right around Christmas 2009 at the Hershey store in New York City. Good times. Going to the left, this is my iShrine. This is basically where I keep all my old iPods, iPhones, and iBoxes, if you want to call it that I think are worth displaying. My Tix clock, OS 10 cats. I no longer really keep up with the collection, but I gotta say, I still love it. I mean, I just like looking back on those cats. It's kind of a memory of college and the streaming days back in 2008. Good times. Going to the left, that is my new Shroot buck that keeps falling. It's a very old-fashioned wall, so things don't stick very well, so I might just end up pinning it. But there you go, my Shroot buck from a recent unboxing video. If you want to check that out, just go to my main channel page and you'll see the video from a few days ago. Pam's painting, again from The Office. I love that show so much, guys. Mario bobbleheads, except obviously Mario's the one missing, ironically, because Smokey killed him years ago. He literally decapitated him, and I never got around to gluing his head back on. So one day I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm throwing it away. An Oddworld Munch's Odyssey can, which I still have not opened. My classic viewers know exactly what I'm talking about. And another Angry Birds pig. That's all tax information and checks that I still need to deposit and stuff like that. Basically, that's like the business center. Over here is my Wawa shrine, which is very lacking at the moment because I have to wash a few mugs and put them back up, but there are my Wawa trucks. And my first Wawa K-Cup ever, I saved it. Yes, that might be kind of weird to some people, but guys, I love my Wawa, so it's kind of important to me. And there is the Wawa Goose, because for those not aware, a Wawa is technically a Canada Goose, as I'm, oh my god, walking into my T4i. Going up here, alright, I'm not going to go into details, let's just go through this. Wii U, Animal Crossing, a bunch of stuff, bunch of bracelets, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I'm not even really a huge fan of, that's just there for Loot Crate. Iron Man and Batman, the Joker, Yoda, Darth Vader, Crash Bandicoot, Horror Nights from Florida for my friend Alfred, a Lego calendar from my friend Aaron, Crazy Curls, Zombie Survival Guide, Pikachu, Furby, and all that good stuff. And guys, don't forget, I will be making a future video on this shelf alone, as long as you're interested. And honestly, the shelf isn't done yet, because if you look down there, that's my Xbox One box that I got back in November on launch day. Yes, November, it's still there, but can you blame me? I've just been really freaking busy with all this stuff going on, especially the campaign. It's just been a very stressful last few days and last few months with Christmas. And anyway, let's get back to the tour. So now that we're done with the shelf, let's go down here. This is my video lighting. I technically have 3 of them. It came part as a kit from a viewer of mine. I can't think of the person's name right now, but I did mention it in a previous David's Tech Haul video. So thank you very much. Fill in the blank here and with your name. But anyway, yes, this is just one light of 3. I realize it's technically supposed to be flipped around so you cannot see the light bulb. But me personally, I like it this way. It's just easier to access. I can do this, boom, without having to reach around. And honestly, the viewers don't see the light itself, so it doesn't matter. Going to the left, that is my window. You can see there's still a little bit of snow outside. We actually had thunder this morning, which is actually really, really cool. And it woke me up, which was even cooler because I have not heard thunder since the summer. So it was just really nice to hear that. Down here are more pieces of paper that I have to make notes on for the Mac Pro campaign over at davidfranco.com/Indiegogo. Guys, thank you so much. Your support has been incredible. Here's my lamp, my Hypno Cube, which is usually off during the day, but I'll turn it on for this video's purpose. But that does go on every single night as long as I'm home, and my office basically illuminates throughout the night while I sleep or watch movies or anything like that. And I gotta say, it looks really cool. And that does have a full half hour of animation before it eventually loops, which I just think is incredible. I've had that thing for years, and as long as it still, works over the years, the years coming forward, it'll still be there. Going down, my Mac Mini, which is still dead, unfortunately, but maybe one day I'll fix it. And my first generation Apple TV. And finally, the bottom shelf is empty. Moving back, this is my Canon T4i. I won this thing on Quibids years ago. Not years ago. Maybe a year or 2 ago. Actually, I think a year ago. Guys, I'm not even sure, to be honest. For like $70-something, which is very, very cheap. And then I bought this myself. This is the Rode Stereo Video Mic. Awesome microphone because, if you guys aren't aware, the onboard mic on these kinds of cameras, they usually suck. And this is no exception. The T4i's onboard microphone is just terrible. Another tripod. I say another because I haven't covered these yet, but I guess I'm mixing my words up. Back here, several tripods. Well, basically spare tripods that I don't need unless of some kind of video recording emergency. But yes, this is my favorite tripod. It's the Alta... Where is it? There we go. Alta 204 AP. If you're interested, check it out. Definitely a great tripod. Now moving back over to the right where the papers were, down here is my printing and shipping center, I call it, because I do a lot of DVD work on occasion. Yeah, people still use DVDs, and hey, it pays the bills. So those are my discs and envelopes and whatever for sending letters. This is a crap load of DVD cases. I think like 1,000 maybe, I forget, but basically I'm covered for months to come, actually probably years, because there's only so many times I do a DVD project. But hey, it's enjoyable and it's an interesting experience. This is the best printer I have ever purchased, the Epson Workforce 845. Yes, I'm currently out of paper, but it has a built-in touch screen, as you can see. But guys, I'm just saying that because I usually hate printers, but this thing has been practically a godsend. It just works. And yes, down there is a brand new unopened copy of Forza 5. A nice viewer of mine sent this in for basically a giveaway because they knew I owned it already. And yes, it is a Day 1 2013 edition, so I will be announcing details regarding this giveaway in the future. So let me know in the comments below if you're interested in winning that for yourself. This is a Seagate 2TB hard drive, which I still need to install, but because I'm getting a new Mac Pro thanks to your amazing support, I might be putting this in an external enclosure and just using it on the new Mac Pro. What do you think? I actually think that's a good idea. But then again, I like my file storage primarily being on my main Mac Pro, well, my current Mac Pro, I should say, which is right there. Ooh, I did not expect to go into that much detail with all this stuff. And now, finally, getting to the best part of the office tour, at least in my opinion, the main setup. This setup makes my videos happen. So let's do it. Starting out with the primary machine, this is the 2006 Mac Pro. I got it in 2007, and it has quite honestly changed my life for the better. I love Apple. I love their systems. I love their design, and the whole Apple ecosystem has just made my work experience that much more enjoyable. And I'm not just saying that. I love my Mac Pro, and I cannot wait to see what the late 2013 Mac Pro brings in my future. It's going to be incredible. But yes, there is my Mac Pro. You can view the full specs in past videos of mine because I've done several upgrades. I've upgraded the graphics card a couple times. I've installed 4 hard drives. Actually, there are 3 internal hard drives right now, as well as an SSD. So I've done many upgrades on this thing, as well as a capture card, which is no longer in there because I just prefer to stream on my PS4 nowadays. It's just easier in terms of gaming talk. But this is my GoPro Hero 3 Plus Black Edition, which I just got in for a review yesterday. This thing is awesome. Guys, seriously, look how tiny it is. The freaking Wi-Fi remote that came with it is almost bigger. That's how small this truly is, and this is a little thumb drive adapter, if you want to call it that, or a dongle. I just love that word, dongle, because this uses a micro SD card, which is literally like this small. It's pretty crazy. But there's more Mac Pro campaign stuff. I mean, because I'm telling you, I have hundreds upon hundreds of people emailing me with their information regarding the Mac Pro. But it's awesome. It's a great learning experience. I just wanted to throw this blurb in there because I'm trying to make this office tour more interesting by doing cuts. But all right, so what's next? The Mac Pro, I don't want to talk about too much because that's its own video basically. Let's talk about my desk, because I rarely tell you what kind of desk I have. This is an IKEA jerker. I got it years ago, back when I was in college. Actually, I believe I used to have my gaming PC on this. So yeah, that should give you a pretty good idea of how long I've had this desk for. And guys, that's a great thing. I've never owned a desk for as long as I've owned this one. It's just incredible. I love the simplistic approach. I'm not a big fan of shelves and whatever, because in my opinion, that kind of limits you and whatever. And plus, I like a lot of depth, if you can't tell. Meaning, I like to sit down like this and still have plenty of room beyond my arm. And that's a big deal, especially for lately when I'm doing notes for my campaign, or I'm just making notes for other things, or using my iPad. I love depth on a desk, and I cannot imagine being limited to a desk that cuts me off right about here. And plus, it gives me plenty of room for this, which is a nice segue into the rest of my setup. This is my Apple Cinema display, 23-inch, awesome display. I love it. It's been amazing. And yes, I'm most likely getting the 27-inch Thunderbolt display for my new Mac Pro, since I'm getting extra funds thanks to your amazing support, and I cannot wait to see that setup. Now, going to the left, this is my 24-inch Asus display, and there you go. I'm keeping an eye on the campaign. As of this video, or as of this recording, I should say, I made $5,250 out of my $3,500 goal. You guys have just been downright amazing, so thank you so much again. This is my Logitech C910 webcam, which has been awesome. I don't think it's 100% supported by the Mac in terms of certain software features, but in terms of Skype calls and photo booth and QuickTime and whatever, it works perfectly. Definitely the best webcam I've ever owned, at least in terms of being compatible with the Mac. So going down here, this is my left channel speaker, center channel speaker, right channel speaker, rear right back here, which I actually rigged onto a tripod because this has a 360-degree ball head. So it was technically like this, but I rotated it 90 degrees. And my left rear channel speaker is back here. And guys, I gotta tell you, it's really nice having surround sound in my office. It just feels really great to be able to hear music and sound effects and podcasts or whatever in all channels at the same time. It's just very nice. Okay. Man, I'm talking a lot. This tour is going to be pretty long. Going back here, this is my Motorola Surfboard SB6121. modem for Comcast. Yes, I have it memorized. I bought this thing about 2 years ago when I moved into this house, and it's been perfect. The best modem I've ever purchased, and actually the only modem I've ever purchased. This is my Apple Airport Extreme router, which has also been perfect. The best router I've ever used. It just works. And you see that simple green light? That is what it should be. A simple green light for the user to see if the network is up and running. That's all you need. But anyway, I'm just quite passionate about that because we've had a lot of network issues in the past with Linksys and Netgear. But this, the Apple Airport Extreme, has been perfect. We have back here anti-static monitor wipes, which I have yet to use. My dad gave me a bottle of this, or a can, maybe technically a can, because I think he had two. And he asked me if I wanted one. I was like, sure, why not? That is my Blue Snowball mic from my friend Sully Dude years ago when I used to stream live over at the Creative One.tv, I think it was. Those were the days, yes, but I think things are a little more exciting nowadays. I'm doing a lot more work, but that microphone has definitely helped me in the past, and it still helps me today. I use it. I put it right here. I do voiceovers for sponsors, and I use it for Skype calls with clients, so all is good. Now, going back to the speakers, I can't think of the exact model of this. I think it's Z906 or something. This is the main console where I can control everything. I can control the each channel, which is awesome. I can control all the inputs because it does have multiple inputs, which is great if you're using a computer, a gaming console, a DVD player, whatever. It's just basically the ultimate entertainment experience at your desk at a pretty affordable price for what you're getting. So going to the right, we have a Dwight bobblehead, which I love. I am a huge fan of The Office. Yes, like I said, this is an old house, so it's not exactly in tip-top shape, but it is great, and I really do enjoy living here. Man, we are still going. My Panasonic is getting warm. Okay, what's next? Do you guys care about my chair? Hopefully not, because I don't even know what chair this is in terms of the model number, or specifics. But I actually got this chair from my dad years ago when my old one was really, really bad. Like, it was terrible. You should have seen it when I threw it out. It was covered in dog hair. It was falling apart. And actually nowadays, if you look down here, see that? Yeah. This one's even falling apart because this is my job. For those not aware, if you're just, finding me, welcome. How are you? This is what I do for a living. Content creation, affiliate marketing, web design, graphic design, all that stuff. It's basically a huge combination of a bunch of different tasks on a daily basis. So going back to the desk, this is my Apple wireless keyboard, the best keyboard I've ever used. I do miss a numeric keypad. Numeric, is that even the right? Just basically numbers on the right side. But it's really not a huge deal. It's honestly not a deal breaker. It's something I've gotten used to. And here is my Magic Mouse, which does take getting used to, but I can honestly say this right now. I cannot imagine going back to a traditional, bulky, mechanical mouse, or whatever you want to call it. I love the Magic Mouse. And yes, when I do eventually get my new Mac Pro, I will be buying myself another Bluetooth keyboard, the same exact Bluetooth keyboard, and another Magic Mouse. So that way I have one combo in here and one combo in there, because I have a lot of people asking, what am I doing with my current Mac Pro after I get my new Mac Pro? Well, I'm keeping it. Yeah, I will be keeping my current Mac Pro, and I'll actually be using it on a somewhat regular basis because, like I said earlier, I do DVD projects here and there in terms of writing discs, and the new Mac Pro does not have an optical drive, and that's perfectly fine by me. I don't blame Apple for that whatsoever. Optical media is kind of, going away for obvious reasons. But anyway, for the projects that do require an optical drive, I have my current Mac Pro, which is awesome, and I'm basically going to be using my current Mac Pro for file storage and file management, and I'm going to try to keep my new Mac Pro setup as clean as possible with maybe one external drive for backup reasons and scratch disks for Photoshop. So there's that, but of course, expect more details when I eventually do get the Mac Pro and I show you guys my new setup, because this Mac Pro is going in my bedroom with a brand new desk and basically these monitors. So it's going to be really, really exciting sharing the experience with you guys. And now going back, this is a floppy disk coaster. I always have people saying in my videos, David, why do you have a floppy disk on your desk? Well, I usually respond with a joke saying I use it for a video backup. But when in reality, that thing probably couldn't even hold, what, 1 second of HD video. We've certainly come a long way in technology. All right, this is my iPhone 5S. I love this iPhone. I believe it's a 32 gig model. Actually, that's the GoPro app I just installed. You know what? To keep things clean, let's put this... What the... My case is stopping me from getting to the edge. There you go. And boom. I just like one screen. That's how I am. I'm a very clean and simple, minimalistic kind of person. This is my remote for the console for the Z906. Again, I hope I'm getting that model number right. But this is really good. I can turn it on, turn it off. I can turn the volume up. As you can see, it's going up. Well, actually, crap. Did I do something? Oh, did I press effect? Oh, that's my subwoofer. Well, I just screwed everything up. I'll have to play with that after this video. Down here is my remote for my lighting kit, which actually might be covered by Munchbox. Why do I keep calling it that? Munchpack. And wow, they are falling all over the place. I obviously have some fixing to do. They're probably flickering because for whatever reason, I guess the response time with the camcorder. Turn it off. There you go. But that is fun, and it does look really good at nighttime. Now, I think that is it, although I didn't really cover this. This is my office calendar, 365 days, although it's kind of misleading because there's only one page for every weekend, so it covers Saturday and Sunday on one page. But basically, almost every single day, you get a direct quote from The Office by one of the characters, such as Michael, Angela, Oscar, Kevin, maybe Robert California. I don't know if they're going to do any of that, but I really hope they do because I love Robert California. He is just an awesome character, and I really, really appreciate his awkwardness and just his sense of humor. And yes, one more thing you guys probably realized, that shelf that used to be there, it's gone. I mean, I might be giving it to my dad. Basically, I was looking to downsize, so my new networking setup is right here as I showed before, because guys, that's really all I need, a modem and a router. I mean, what else? But then again, I like a simple and clean setup. I feel like it boosts my productivity just a bit more seeing a clean room. That's just how I am. Oh, and yes, I cannot forget the big Facebook like button up there at the top of the office. I guess that's kind of a form of motivation, or it's just another sign that I love social media, because I honestly do believe social media makes a huge difference in people's lives. So anyway, wrapping up my office, guys, there you go, a very in-depth tour. I did not expect to go that in-depth, but I really hope you enjoyed it. Oh, up here, I cannot forget this, The Office. I love this, and my Angry Birds, which are just chilling there. Oh, and a Macworld magazine. Yes, it's an actual magazine in a frame. I'm not going to close the door right now because my speaker's kind of in the way. But that is for my good friend Alfred, so thank you, Alfred, very much. And now that should finally be it. I talked a lot more than I wanted to, but you know what? What else is new? I love my setup. And honestly, guys, this is probably the last time you'll be seeing this setup in this office, because I wanted to get this done before I get my new Mac Pro in maybe July. No, July. That's pushing it a bit. Maybe as early as April. It depends on how fast Apple can order, because I'll be ordering, ship it. I'll be ordering mine in probably 25 days or so, and as you probably know, Mac Pro shipping times are already slipping as it is. So this is basically the last office tour you'll see for winter 2014, and my next office tour will most likely be in spring 2014, unless things take a long time. Then I'll upload a new tour in summer of 2014. But guys, until then, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, if you have any questions, let me know. And most of this stuff can be found over at gearpop.com, so if you're interested in buying that Asus monitor, it's there. If you're interested in buying my speakers, it's there. That lighting kit might be there, I'm not entirely sure, but basically check out gearpop.com. That link's right below. Guys, your support is incredible, and I'll see you in Monday's video, which is the weekend vloggity vlog. See you then.